Project Spark. What is it? You may have heard about it. It's a free game for download to all Xbox Live Gold users on the Xbox One, and I believe it's on PC as well. So what I've done is, it's quite an expansive game, and I felt the best way to present it would be to do it with a live commentary review. Please know I apologize for the decreased voice quality in the upcoming review, as when I do a live review, it does not go through the same editing program that I normally use, so the voice clarity is not quite as clean as it normally is. But, on with the review. Alright guys, so I'm going to do some live commentary for you here, because this is just too expansive to even attempt to do a written script for. So here at the main menu, we have three options. We have play, we have create, and we have marketplace. Marketplace is where you can buy stuff for making worlds and stuff. So this game is all about, imagine a mixture between like Minecraft, I guess kind of, and an RPG Maker game, but probably the most advanced RPG Maker game you can imagine. As they start to add different themes and such to this game, you could make pretty much, from what I've seen, any video game that you want to do. This actually incorporates a lot of real-world programming mechanics to it. I won't lie, I didn't really pay attention to it because programming is not my thing. I went to college for computer networking and I had to do some programming, and I was like, this is just not something that I grasp very well. But I suppose I could hop on to create first and just give you guys, I suppose I could build you something simple. So let's go to an empty world. And so basically the whole premise of this game is you build worlds and you can do everything. You can make quest objects, maps, quest logs, inventory. I mean, you create everything from the ground up. So, that being said, here is your basic game world, and it's just a really big blank slate. And so first and foremost, what you want to do is you press A and you have some different options here. And I'm not really going to explain all the mechanics to you guys because it's a lot to talk about. One of the longest game tutorials that I've ever played. But we're going to start by adding some props, and we're going to pick our character. So a lot of this stuff is locked and you have to pay for it with money. It is a free game, so this is kind of where they get you with paying your dues. So we'll go to characters here, and most of them are locked, but we could play as a goblin, a knight, all these different characters here, and I'm actually this time around going to play as a woodland fighter. Let me go back to the menu here and just start a brand new world from scratch, because I don't really like that they have the programming pre-done. I do kind of understand it, and I wanted to show it to you. So let's just add a couple of these dudes up here. Okay, now we're going to move back to my character. And I'm going to try something here and see if I can, oh, I knew I could do this. Yes, I am now a giant. So, here I am. Let's, and there's so much more you can do, and I'm really not doing this game justice, because I'm not going to lie, I kind of suck at it. I mostly got the game to play other people's content, because buying this, or free really, getting this one game alone is like buying or getting for free an infinite number of games. But I'll go ahead and show you a few more things. We can go to sculpt, expand. You can change the sizes of your stuff. So I'll make this have a huge scale, and I'm going to make it be, it's an extremely intense difference. So I'll place the sphere and boom, we're making some mountains, and you can just kind of start running around here and making mountains and such, as you can see. And so, you know, it's a kind of ugly color for a mountain. It looks like some salt mines or some shit. So that's why we'll go up here to the paint mode. And you know what? I want my mountain to be a snow-covered mountain. So let's just do that. And as you can see, it automatically is applying textures for me and making this into a snowy mountain. And that's what's kind of cool. I don't know if they're going to add the ability to make your own custom textures. I assume maybe it would come later on. But right now the textures are pre-made. Like all this grass, I didn't take all the time to add the dirt in with the grass. It was just pre-made. Same with this path here. But that being said, let's just check out my world real quick, and then I'll show you guys a pre-made world, and we'll go from there. So here's some dudes. They're all kind of running up, and they don't know what's going on. I'm just kind of punching this dude in the face. It's not really fair. Shooting some damn magic. Yeah, my world sucks, if you couldn't guess that already. But that being said, oh my god, let me out of here, please. Thank you. That being said, you can see there's a lot of potential for creating a world to do pretty much anything. I mean, you can create flags where when you touch them it ends the game and it brings up a message screen and it tells you how long, if you want to do a timed trial. I mean, anything you can imagine, any mechanic, quest lines, NPCs with dialogue, pickups, treasure chests, keys, anything that you can imagine in a video game, you can do it as long as you have a basic understanding of programming. That I do not, so I'm going to go back to the main menu now and show you guys the real meat and potatoes, as one might say, of this game. And so, at the main menu, I'm going to go to play, and there's this guy. He has created what's called Link's Adventure. It's the absolute highest rated adventure right now with 61,655, I guess, downloads. I don't know, it's been rated at 93%. What's this fellow's name? Ante-Ren? I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, guy, but this is quite impressive. And so you can see he has a description written here. He says, this is a big adventure game located on a beautiful island, over 30 minutes of gameplay complete, over 10 quests, more will come, loot items, collect coins for upgrades, and kill end bosses. New quest log and inventory, world map added. New quests will be added weekly. So as you can see, I mean, you can come back to these things later on, and this could turn into a social network. Follow your favorite creators. They'll make new worlds, and then, you can watch as the worlds expand. Oh, hey guys, next big update. I just added a whole new quest line. It's like getting DLC for a game that you didn't even fucking pay for. You guys need to check this game out. Anyway, let's play Link's Adventure. Obviously, this is going to be Zelda themed. So we're loading it up here. Game has really beautiful graphics, by the way. They're not necessarily like amazing next gen, but they're very colorful, high fantasy. They're just pretty and fun to look at. And who can complain about that? Okay, so it says, welcome to Midrule Island. That's funny because you have Hyrule. This is just Midrule Islands. The evil Stomp have filled the islands with darkness. Your quest, kill Stomp and save Midrule. Okay? So here we are. This sign says, Link, Midrule is full of evil creatures now. Do not go off on your adventures without your sword. You can find it in the treasure chest straight ahead. So as you can see, this guy has spared no detail in creating an absolutely beautiful world. And this looks like a professional game, but you can do this. Just if you just take the time to learn the mechanics of basic programming and you have a little bit of imagination, you can build this. I just showed you guys that you can build this, and that's what's so interesting about this. I'm not going to say that Spark is 100% revolutionary and groundbreaking, because they had, RPG makers on like the original Nintendo back in the 80s, but I don't think any of them have been to this degree, because they've always been, over-the-head sprite-based games, kind of like the Pokemon games on Game Boy or DS, but now it's like a full-fledged RPG. And imagine when they start adding non-medieval textures, if they do, like guns and futuristic textures, you can make it into like a straight-up first-person shooter if you wanted to. So I'm just going to kind of get right along. I know I'm rambling here. This girl says, hi Link, to enter Stomp's fortress, you need to collect all 5 keys to unlock the fortress door. Excellent. Moving on, I see the chest that was previously mentioned here. Use gamepad left trigger to view the world map. Let's check that out. Very nice, very informative. Moving on. And this says, Hilda, I have your key to the sword chest. Visit me at the windmill. Well, where do you think the windmill could be located? I see a windmill over there, so why don't we go check it out? And once again, jumping back, look at all the different shrubbery and like just the detail this guy has put into his world. It takes time, but the payoff is obviously going to be worth it because you can say this guy can say I built this, and it just looks fantastic. Moving over here to the windmill, we'll talk to Hilda, presumably. Hello, Link. Here is your key to the sword chest, treasure chest. Link, speak with the townspeople. Some of them have quests for you. Aye, aye, Captain. And so here is this object floating here, presumably a key. It looks like he drew it himself, possibly. I don't know. But finding the key quest has then been completed. So now I am going to run back to the chest and get my sword. You know, I'm wondering if maybe they could do I'm sure you could, a scripting mechanic where if the left thumbstick was clicked, it would increase the player speed, you know, i.e. a sprint button. That would be pretty cool. We can do double jumps, and that's just pre-programmed in, and pressing B. Not quite sure. Oh yeah, dodge rolls. Duh. Pressing Y. What's going on here? Oh, this is my quest log. Very nice. I like that. That looks great. Press B. Here's the key. Ooh. Now that's a cool looking sword. I don't know if he designed that himself. I'm assuming it was a pre-made texture, but that's a cool looking sword. And as you can see, all the melee mechanics work flawlessly. Moving on. Let's go see what this fellow over here has to say. Give me 100 coins and I will give you a better sword. Aye, aye, Captain. Can I just steal your potions, dude? No, probably not. Okay. Let us go over to this little grove, and actually, what's underneath the water here is what I want to know. Is there a way to dive? I assume that there is, but I don't quite know what the controls would be for it. Maybe you have to learn it, or maybe he hasn't programmed it in yet. I don't know. I don't want to do a disjustice to his map, because this is just incredible, though, like I've said 100 times. I'm trying to find something just to kill. I just want to hit something with my sword, man. Just want to hit something with my sword, man. And you know what's cool is all these textures look fine and all, but you can just fucking jump up on top of them if you really want to. And just travel by treetops. Look at me, I'm a straight up Naruto rogue or something. I don't know, didn't they run in the trees? Oh man, here's a goblin. I'm gonna take out these goblins over here. Hey, 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 slow down. Yeah, boy, getting them fat loot, son. So anyway, you guys get the gist of this game. You can create pretty much any adventure or game that you want to create. And vice versa. You can sit down and just play. And no game. Yeah, I'm going to give this guy a thumbs up. I've already done it once. Hopefully he'll get a second thumbs up from me. This guy deserves all the thumbs up in the world, because this is like just amazing looking. Look at that. I was just talking about following a creator, and look, I can do it. You know what? I'm going to follow you, guy. Anyway, maybe one day if I get famous on YouTube, this guy will be like, oh, hey, that guy followed me. Anyway, and just to be clear, you know, not every single world is going to be a medieval fantasy setting like that. I'm sure some people have made quite futuristic. This is called Stop the Infection. You know what, let me show you guys just one more game. See if I can find just a complete opposite of the spectrum for you. Okay, this says first-person shooter Titanfall. Really? Okay, let's play this. Change to first person for Titan and has most of the basic functions that Titan has. Hard to believe, but you know, we're about to really see what the boundaries and limits of this game are. We just played a medieval fantasy game, and now it looks like we're playing, you know, I mean, there's obviously still some medieval elements to this, but hold X to leave your Titan, call in your Titan with down on the D-pad. Alright, let's go. Oh my god, are you serious right now? Look at this beast. Oh, Oh my god, this is so cool. Look at this. Are you serious? Look at that. I'm shooting at the rocket salvo. And look at this. The shield works. Okay. So if this didn't convince you guys that you can do just about anything with this game, I don't know what else will, because we have a first-person shooter here, and we just came from playing a Legend of Zelda high fantasy medieval RPG style game, both within the exact same creator. So guys, you know what? I'm going to give this game, I'm going to give it like a 9.9 out of 10. Just because as long as they add in some textures to completely change it up. Like, as you can see, this is pretty futuristic, but there's still some obvious points to the fact that this is a kind of from a medieval game, like this bow and like the fur on the armor and things like that. But 9.9 out of 10, it's going to be a 10, and I don't know what else to say. It's just amazing. And did I mention this is free as long as you have an Xbox Live Gold membership? You can download this 100% for free. Now, mind you, if you're wanting to create extremely spectacular things, you'll have to pay a little bit of money to unlock some of the more advanced items. But if you're like me and you just want to play people's content, have a good time, and just screw around with the editor every once in a while, this is going to be perfect for you. So there you go, guys. 9.9 out of 10. Easily is probably going to be pushed to a 10 in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed.